Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Why? Come on, center camera. Okay, how you doing? We're gonna finish off that Brewers Delight, and hopefully it won't take us an hour. We're on 0 losses, 2 wins, 1 victory. Game over. Simple or not? I guess we'll find out. Will it be another white endless mirror match? Will it be a control deck battle that never ends? Or what will we encounter here in Brewers Delight? So I originally had this listed as a Jank Tank video, as some of you very, very close followers may have noticed, but I've decided to make a separate video category for complete playthroughs of events for people interested in that. I don't know how often I'll do it. I might use it every now and then when there's a new event. Maybe I'll do some drafts someday, and I'll probably do a few quick constructeds with decks I really like. It probably won't be a weekly thing, just a thing every now and then. I don't want to deprive anybody of the Jank Tank or of any other weekly series based on the events. So, of course, it would help if the games didn't take an hour. I'm going to cycle this. I don't know where this game is going to go, but I want to make sure that we get plenty of land drops along the way. And do I play out my first mechanic, or do I wait for some type of card draw? I think having a body on the battlefield is a perfectly fine idea. Of course, we don't want to use the ability to set ourselves back on mana for no reason. So I saw some awesome comments. I was amazed with my last video that so many of you stayed till the end. Good for you. Thank you for being the Legion loyalists. And yeah, I got a lot of interesting feedback, and I now completely am stoked, thanks to your feedback, on making a deck which is a very similar engine built around winning with Aetherflux Reservoir or the Horde of Tokens. It sounds really exciting to me. Alright, if the opponent has a removal spell, it might be a seal away, so I should do this pre-combat. And we should also play the second Mentor in case of an Ixalan's Binding being the play from our opponent. They've led with an Azor's Gateway, which is kind of a looty type effect, letting them cycle their deck a bit, but it doesn't have an impact on the board, so we're going to try to stay aggressive and put pressure on their life total, which reduces how much and how often they can use the Gateway. I'm very nervous right now in this spot for a sweeper. Black and white, you can expect kind of a sweeper-themed deck. So something like a Golden Demise right here would be very painful, and would have been a reason to play a Bugler instead of another Mentor. But I've seen many more Bindings than Golden Demises, so I don't have a lot of regrets about the choice. Interesting. Our opponent could be holding a Settle the Wreckage, which tells me I should try to get my card draw on before attacking once again. So we'll go for this Bugler, which of course can generate a ton of value, and then even with a Settle the Wreckage, we'll be doing pretty well for ourselves. Assuming I don't see 4 lands. Okay. Take another Bugle. The Bugler, as we might also say. Oh, opponent, what are you thinking about? Another Mentor is a very welcome sight, because now I feel even better about attacking into a potential Settle the Wreckage. If we come out of this with a whole bunch of lands, we can rebuild very quickly as if nothing bad ever happened. So, let's go for it. There's a time to play around your settles, and there's a time to say, settle me. I am not afraid. Lich's Mastery deck. Oh boy. Well, somebody took the Brewers Delight thing seriously. However, I really believe there's a Fumigate here. I have to believe that we're about to see a little fumigation. A tapped land, though. Oh, we'll only always wonder what could have been. Well, when we attack, something has to die. Which makes me again think that I should draw cards before combat. So, it's very unrisky to just play another Bugler. So why not? Holding the Welcome, I would rather... There might be other uses for the mana that I'd prefer. Based on what we draw, such as Allegiance Landing would put a body on the field. I suppose the Pridemate combo is available, but I still feel like just keep bugling and keep grinding out the opponent would be the right way to go for this particular game. And they have let me draw cards the whole way with the Mentors. So that is interesting. Okay, we didn't draw another play, so I'm likely to play this Welcome, but I can do it after combat. Let's go get settled, or Vraska's Contempt, something. Our opponent needs a play right here. Very badly. And there it is. You won't see me complaining too much, though. We can make use of all that mana. Now, if our opponent goes for Lich's Mastery here, they have plenty of cards in hand, but a very small graveyard. They have another tapped land. Forgive me if my voice is going out today. I was the coach of a roller derby team last night, which requires much yelling and screaming. So don't be surprised if my voice is a little cracky. Hang with me. I still wanted to finish this event and get a video out for you today. So Mastery, I see Cast Out. I think there was a land was our third card. It's hard to... Ah, there we go. All right. Just seeing about when our opponent can flip the Gateway, which is when they have 5 cards with different costs. So how to play this game from here. We could take out the Binding. I think we'll lead with a Mentor. Play this land. This way I can get the Buglers out of my hand now before another Binding comes down. Another Mentor. There's a Pridemate. So in order to clock our opponent proper for 8, I think what I should do is resolve the Pridemate this turn so that we have a lot of damage threatened. And I don't think I want to draw more cards at this time, which is unusual. I want to make sure I have another lethal group of threats on the table. Oops, I declined the +1/+1 counter, which was a mistake. Triggers. So one of the comments on my last video was use the spacebar to get through these triggers. Any optional triggers which appear orange down here, the spacebar will not pass through them. If you do know of a command or a button that does pass through them, I would love to hear it. But just hitting the spacebar on any orange trigger, such as the May ability on Ajani's Pridemate, or activating Mentor the Meek, it does not work. Just to let you know. Well, the 1/1's a... Yeah, it's got to be the 1/1 here. Otherwise, it would be very easy to just keep hammering the spacebar, but... Man, the way that they designed the May triggers, not an option. So that's another land under the Gateway, which means it's still off from flipping by 2. because the 2 lands have the same converted mana cost. Should be mystery, nobody there. Another Doomfall. You can have this Buggles. So now we just need to gain enough life to be lethal, and that should be pretty elementary. So let's kick it off here. As long as I take this action, yep, Priest, decline the card draw. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay, that's 8 damage. So let's get her done. Oh, opponent has seen enough. So our little cat token-y thing project got all the way through the Brewers Delight. Let's see what we win for prizes there. A Metalwork Colossus, a Glintless Crane, a Metalwork Colossus, the Antiquities War, and a Boundary Inspector. It seems as though our rewards here would tell us that they want us to play some Go Big Metalwork Colossus deck. Perhaps we shall in the next video. Keeping this one nice and quick as a wrap-up to the Brewers Delight. Just to some people said in comments that they wanted to see the end of it. I'm going to make some more videos today, so don't feel like you're missing out. I'm going to make sure that you get more content, as this was a pretty brief one and a cherry on top of what was already an epic length video yesterday. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-byes.